And we are going to check in real quick on a match that may or may not be ongoing still. I know this was getting close to the end. It is still ongoing. It is going to be ALERTA DE AFE against FlushedTomato. So we'll update our title here. I don't know how much of this we're going to get to see because I know this match is pretty late on already. But we'll at least get maybe 1 or 2 maps depending on how things go. I believe the current score is FlushedTomato leading, let's see, 2, 3, 4. 4-1 is the score here. So ALERTA DE AFE on the verge of being upset here in the second match of Group J. FlushedTomato did drop to the mid seed of this group, TTV Malula OS, yesterday. So this would be a pretty bad loss for ALERTA DE AFE if they were to also lose to TTV Malula when they play next week. There are a couple of other matches in this group that'll be coming up later on today as well, so we'll have a pretty decent idea of what's going to happen here in Group J. By the end of today, we'll have 4 of the 6 matches played in that group. But for now, we're gonna get the short DT once again. Same map twice in a row. Do not adjust your dial. You are on the correct channel. This is the correct map. Double time number 2. Very quick rundown here before they get started of the rosters. You got ALERTA DE AFE, Slimex joined by Daneha, Kriller, Haftbefehl, KHC, German Let's Play, Rezoa, and Shiox. FlushedTomato on the other side. Belfast Chan, Disco is Trash, Hades, BMG, Artesia, Samoyed, Soldier Boy Tellum, and Chained Tomb. They are the 39th seed. FlushedTomato are taking on ALERTA DE AFE, the 14th overall seed. So this top seed versus low seed matchup in the group. I don't actually know what is currently going on, so we're apparently changing a player out or something. I'm not positive. We're gonna wait and see though. All right. Hopefully avoiding any drama in chat as we get set to start the map. Okay, here we go. Haftbefehl, Afe, Kriller, KHZ versus Belfast Chen, Disco is Trash, BMG, and Hades. And Disco's a good mapper, come on. Also, I don't actually know who Afe is. It's a name change, but I don't know who. So if anybody wants to clue me in on that one, so I can actually change that. So it's Daneha, Daneja, whatever the heck. Okay. All right. And yeah, this is it's the same map again. Just gonna be a battle of who FCs pretty much, because that's how this one always goes. You are more than likely gonna see 5, 6, 7 FCs. I don't know that we've seen an 8-way yet, but pretty close. And that's a break from BMG, so that's going to give ALERTA DE AFE the advantage. Just got to hold on a little bit longer, and they're going to pretty much have an unassailable lead here with how short this map is. There is, however, a break from Haftbefehl. It opens the door back up for FlushedTomato if ALERTA DE AFE finds another break here at the ending, but BMG finding a second break says no to that idea. The SS coming out from Afe, KHZ, and Kriller on the FCs as well. Afe with a late break. Is that going to be enough to bring this one back? That's going to make this really close. KHZ breaking as well at the end. Fortunately for ALERTA DE AFE, there were just no notes left. KHZ missing in the last 5 combo. Afe slider breaking the last 30 combo. That could have mattered if there were more notes. I mean, they needed maybe another 5-10 seconds. That's such a short map, though. Belfast Chen bringing in the SS, but not quite enough, unfortunately, with a couple of breaks from BMG. That could have been really scary for Alerta. They could have been that could have been the defeat right then and there, but unfortunately for FlushedTomato, BMG just having trouble there. I think, I don't know, something went wrong on one of those streams. I mean, 1050s means you did something like timing wise wrong, because clearly you can hit it if you're hitting the 50s. Maybe note lock or something, hard to say for sure, but it was enough for Alerta to take the point. And so they will stay in this match for at least one more map. 4-2 the score. FlushedTomato with the next pick. And we will find out. What will the pick be here today? And it's going to be Hidden 1 again. So we saw this as a potential last pick last match. It didn't work out so well for the team trying to win. But maybe it'll go better here for FlushedTomato. Hard to say. Mistress Anne. Kind of difficult rhythm, somewhat awkward aim, Hidden 1. Coming in once again. Not a lot more to say about this than I have already said. This one really just all about not missing on the like slightly awkward aim with the sliders and knowing the BPM change into the rhythm change, like that 1/3 section. Assuming you can do those things, you'll be fine, but not everyone can. ALERTA De Afe just apparently unable to decide who's going to play this because they only have one person in currently. Resoa is going to come in alongside Kriller and joining Afe. Let's see who their fourth will end up being. Looks like FlushedTomato set with Belfast, Chen, Soulja Boy, Talon, BMG, and Hades. FlushedTomato on another match point here, trying to close this one out in an upset. If they can win it. Slimex coming in to replace Resoa, so ALERTA De Afe taking their sweet time here. I mean, I know they want to avoid losing this match, obviously, but clearly just not able to figure out what their roster should be for this pick. And it's going to be KHZ joining as the fourth, it looks like. So KHZ, Afe, Kriller, and Slimex against Belfast, Soulja Boy, BMG, and Hades. See if FlushedTomato can close out the match. This is just the second match, as we said, in this group, so Oh, that's not the right map. That's not the right map at all, BMG. You're not playing DT2 anymore. We're playing Hidden 1 now. Okay, there we go. And he'll probably play alone for about 50 combo to catch up with everyone else. And there we go. Everybody's set. Everybody's back together. The group has recompiled itself. All 8 players at the same point in the map, oddly enough. Typically preferable when spectating to people at random junctures. This one a bit of a nail-biter. A lot of little things you can break on if you're not careful. Obviously, we saw Kirochi fully running it down last match. But here we go into the more difficult section. These slightly tricky rhythms of the sliders and the single taps words. And into the rhythm change we go. It's going to be a break from Slimex, matched by Belfast Chen. So 1 break from either team. Lead, though, ever so slightly in the favor of FlushedTomato, but very close. The accuracy really all that's separating the teams. Afe with the 97 and Slimex was down at 96 as well as Kriller. So accuracy leading the way here for FlushedTomato as they have 2 players at or above 99% with FCs. 3, excuse me. And that's a break from Slimex. That may have just sealed the deal here. FlushedTomato might just take this unless Alerta can FC the rest and find some breaks from FlushedTomato. Looks like the upset might be in the making here. Could come down to the last moments if there are any breaks, but FlushedTomato not looking like they're going to find a single miss. Oh, no, it's a Belfast Gen break, but I don't think there's enough combo to bring us back for ALERTA DE AFE unless they fully run it down. It's going to get really close here in the ending, though. Slimex has a little bit of combo that might be enough to try to bring this back. It's going to be a couple 100,000 points. Going to the ending, Soulja Boy Tell him finds a break, and the lead is going to go back over to ALERTA DE AFE for the first time at the exact right moment in the last 30 combo. Soulja Boy Tell him with just that last second break, and ALERTA DE AFE just snatched that one away by virtue of the triple FC. No break at the very end. Meanwhile, Soulja Boy Tell him with that miss in the last 40 combo. And Belfast Chen with just a little bit of trouble, just about the same score as Slimex. But that difference between Soulja Boy Tell him of about 1,000,000 points compared to the players with the FCs ended up being all that it took. And ALERTA stay alive for at least 1 more map, possibly going to be able to force a tiebreaker here. Now 4-3 the score, but their own pick to come with the last selection of the map. Last selection of the match. I cannot say words today. So this one might just be going the distance here. If FlushedTomato wins this, do I actually just put on Soulja Boy? Like, turn my swag on, maybe? Oh, wow, we're already... What the heck? That was weird. It's like, we're already starting? No, nobody even picked a map yet. Alright. Well, it's going to be the last map of the match selected by the players. I'm not offhand sure what all is available still, so we're going to kind of find out and see what they pick. No, DT number 1. Boy, that's, risky. I think this is risky because this map is just really easy. Like, I don't know. I mean, this is much like DT number 2. You, on reflection here, you just have to get like a 3 or 4-way FC, or you can lose just easily. All right, so I think we've got everybody in here. KHZ, Afe, Kriller, Slimex against Belfast Chan, Disco is Trash, BMG, and Hades on the very simple, straightforward DT1. Basically like a Nomad one, only easier. Low BPM for double time, straightforward aim, couple of bursts, but nothing too crazy. That's it. I mean, the map is just that. Samagad is actually on that team. I had to check for a second there because I'm like, doesn't he have a team? But it's actually just a team named after him. He's not on that team. There's 2 teams like that in this tournament, maybe 3, where they're named after a player who isn't on the team. 4? How many teams are there like that? So there's twitch.tv/Malula OS, which doesn't have Malula on it. There's I Love Tateyama, which does not have Tateyama on it. There's Samoyed 3 WTF that does not have Samoyed on it. And there's one other one. Free Ganondorf 4. Does that count? I don't know if that counts. Anyway, underway we go. Alert to the Afe, trying to send this one to a tiebreaker on the most simple and straightforward map, probably in the entire pool, arguably. Maybe Kanaide is up there too, but both of those very, very simple. And this is a map that you just have to FC, I'm pretty sure. If you don't FC this, you're going to have a hard time winning the pick. And you have to FC it like with good accuracy too. You see Alerta De Afe with the 4-way SS still intact. 3 SSs for FlushedTomato, a couple 100s on BMG. But going to stay very close for now. The score is just not that high yet. Just a couple hundreds here and there still. Samoyed down at 98.19. He'll grow a little bit since he just doesn't have much combo left as of yet, but small lead for Alerta De Afe. It's pretty much going to flicker back and forth. I mean, the flickering is going to be kind of useless anyway because that's just, you know, slideshow moments here in the client, but it's very, very close as of now. SS still in KHZ. Just 100 for both Afe and Resoa. Kriller with a couple more hundreds, so that acts so close to even between all the players. Is anyone gonna find a break? That's gonna be the question, because I just think the answer is probably no. And it is... wow. 70,000 point lead for FlushedTomato. Just accuracy. It's just accuracy. And I don't even know how they're ahead, actually, because 98.8 on Samoyed doesn't seem like they should be in the lead. Oh, that's several hundreds from Resoa, but Samoyed finds a break on the stream. That's gonna just do it. That's just it. So it's gonna go to tiebreaker. We're gonna see our second tiebreaker of the weekend in a relatively surprising place. I don't know that we expected this match to be nearly this close, but FlushedTomato proving to be quite strong with that 4-1 lead. Well, unfortunately for them, Alerta De Afe making the comeback happen here with what looks like it's going to being a quad FC on Reflection. And, you know, I said the instant I saw this map and played it, I said that this is going to be like a 6+ FC map every time it's played. And, well, there's 7 FCs. So just the one... wow, my client, hello. Just that one break from Samoyed. 9 misses. I think he just fully messed up one stream, and that was the difference maker. And that was Alerta De Afe taking it, tying things up 4-4, and we will go into the tiebreaker here in the second match in Group J.
Relatively straightforward, consistent difficulty tiebreaker. Very comfortable. 180 BPM, 5.8 stars. Nothing too crazy about it. Couple of streams, some aim sections. Pretty straightforward, generic early round tiebreaker. Not a map you're going to expect to see too many people having trouble with. We have seen, I think we saw 2 FCs on it yesterday from Team Stoss. So definitely a feasible FC map. And this is Team ALERTA De Afe looking for the reverse sweep. In fact, they were down 4-0. I had to double check on that. So, trying to make that happen. We'll see how the mental of FlushedTomato holds up here on the tiebreaker. It's a tough spot to be in, having that kind of lead and seeing it fall away. But against a team that's as good as ALERTA De Afe, I mean, these are some good players. Like, being down 4-0 was a bit surprising to see, and, you know, seeing them come back was not all that surprising, knowing how well they can play. So it's all just going to be about trying to reset the mental for FlushedTomato and just go into this. It's one map for all the marbles, but you try to just go in and, you know, play it. You don't want to think about it too much. It's never good to think in Osu, I feel like. You just want to get in that zone here on the tiebreaker. It's a long map, a lot of combo. So you want to be, you know, as calm, cool, and collected as you can be. You know, it's just group stage. It's still early. It's the first match for Team ALERTA De Afe, second match for FlushedTomato. Very early goings. It's not like this is an elimination point here, but still got to get that mental ready for a tiebreaker whenever you play one. And hopefully we'll get going with it soon, because it looks like all the players are in the lobby and set. KHC, Kriller, Rezo, and Afe against Soulja Boy, Tell Him, Disco is Trash, BMG, and Hades. So I believe we should be set to go here. I don't actually know quite what we're waiting on. Nobody's... I'm actually not positive what's happening here. I don't know if the ref died or something. Hello, Mr. Krisoff. Oh, well, there's a player change from ALERTA De Afe. They're bringing in Haftbefel. So we do see a change from KHZ over to Haftbefel. I don't know if he was not here or something and they had to wait for him to show up. Hard to say. But, oh well. We're good to go. We're getting started. No big deal. And as Kriller proceeds to not load in, we will try to reset this and see if we can get him into the match, please. There we go. And we are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Our second tiebreaker of the group stage. How about that? Both of them on stream, too. And an early break from Disco is Trash on that first stream. Can give an early lead to ALERTA, but there's a long way to go. This is, as we said, pretty lengthy. I mean, it's a tiebreaker. It's 5.5 minutes long. It's a lot of combo. And with it being such a comfy map, you know, it feels really bad to see breaks pretty much anywhere. It's not like it has big diff spikes. It's very, very straightforward. So you just want to see people holding their combos as best you can. And there's a break from Soulja Boy, Tell Him. So that is 2 FCs already gone for FlushedTomato within the first 400 combo. ALERTA De Afe going to be able to take a bit of an advantage here. Still the triple SS, and that is a double break for FlushedTomato. Disco is Trash and Hades both missing. Hades running hidden, I just noticed. I
I don't know about that decision. I mean, if it's a preference mod for him, I guess it's fine, but still typically not recommended. ALERTA DE AFE has Hopfefel, Kriller, and Afe all on the SSs and Rezoa on the FC as well. This is going to become pretty tricky in a hurry here for FlushedTomato. Down to just one FC, and the score lead is going to start to balloon. Already over 11 million points and growing. There's a miss-aim from Soulja Boy. Tell him. Oh, that was just maybe a little loss of concentration. Hard to say. The cursor was not where it was supposed to be, though. And just BMG on that FC combo. Nobody else really even relevant in this one anymore. ALERTA DE AFE is just going to stomp this map at this point. They all have to break, and like relatively soon, for FlushedTomato to have any sort of chance, because that combo lead is so huge across the 4 players. Especially with score v1, that's just going to be ridiculous how large that score lead is going to be. Not even quite halfway through yet. You already see it's 26 million, excuse me, 26 million points. And just more and more. So it's a really tough spot to be in for FlushedTomato. Gotta just concentrate and do their best, but their best is not gonna matter. There goes BMG. That's the last FC gone. All right, well, I am sad this match is ending up in such an anticlimactic fashion, because the reverse sweep from 4-0 down to 4-4 tie was pretty exciting to see for ALERTA DE AFE, especially considering how close some of those picks were, such as Hidden One. And this tiebreaker is just unbelievably one-sided, unfortunately. Hopfefel provides the first break for ALERTA DE AFE, but they still have 3 FCs, one of them being an SS, 2 of them just with a couple hundred, so not a big deal for them. 50 million point lead. Still a third of the map to go, so we'll see what that score gap ends up looking like, but score is just going to continue to grow and grow. And another break from Disco is trash. It's just like adding insult to injury, unfortunately. And really all that's left now is to see whether or not ALERTA can finish out with a triple FC, and whether Kriller can hold on to the SS, because that would be pretty cool. And he does not, as he hits 100. And he actually breaks right after, so not even going to be an FC for him. Hopfefel breaking again, too. Afe and Rezoa holding on to the FCs still, though. Plenty of combo from those two to hold off any sort of charge that FlushedTomato might attempt to make in the last quarter of the map. Looks like nobody's going to be matching the score from yesterday. I believe it was... Ooh, it was a player on Stos, had, I believe, a 1x100 FC, maybe 2x100 FC on this. It was a very good score. Afe with a break. 70 million points? That's not comebackable, surely, right? That's not comebackable even with a 2,000, almost 3,000 combined combo, I don't think. Rezoa dropping some accuracy, maintains the full combo. I think he's going to hold this off just fine, because he's got so much score in his favor. And, well, what can you say? Good job to ALERTA DE AFE staying mentally strong, you know, being down 4-0. It's easy to just kind of give up on a match at that point, but they knew what they were capable of, knew that they could make a comeback happen. And they, you know, just going to go ahead and pull off the reverse sweep, 5 points in a row. In pretty dominant fashion here on the tiebreaker. They're going to end up winning it by about 60 million points, thereabouts. That's just an impressive performance from them. You never know what to expect sometimes with these German teams when they get behind. I've seen plenty of them just mentally check out and completely fall by the wayside, but these guys stayed strong, sent it to the tiebreaker, and Rezoa bringing home the FC, bringing home the match. 5-4. Going to be the final score. Well done to ALERTA DE AFE. They will go to 1-0 in their group. FlushedTomato going to drop to 0-2.